What's up, guys? I need to speak to you. To put this very frankly, I don't come off as someone who speaks a lot of serious or speak a lot of serious opinions or stuff, right? I understand that. And but today I'm gonna make a little bit of a difference here. I'm gonna actually speak about something important and serious. If you don't like it, because I know this opinion probably gonna step on some people's toes. Well, I'm sorry, but I can't always be silent when I see something I know is wrong. So let's start saying this right now. As I said, I'm not going to step on some people's toes because I've seen what I'm going to speak about is something that I see in other people's communities more than I see in mine. I don't see it in mine anymore because I've laid down the rule, I think. So I'm just going to put this out there and hope that some people actually realize, not just people in communities, but this is a general thing. So first of all, let me tell you this right now, something I've said in my streams, in everything I ever done. You know what I'm not? I'm not a therapist. I'm not a medical professional. I do have a license to work at closed psychic wards as a peer support. I'm not going to go into exactly what it is, but it's basically a liaisons, I think the word is, between the patient and the worker, and kind of a let's call it a therapist light, because it's kind of what it is. It's someone who has gone through something of that nature that are able to maybe see something on the perspective of the patient that the staff or carer are not able to see. Now, mind you, that is what I got. But still, you know what I'm saying, I'm not a trained therapist. I have some education in it, but I'm not a therapist. I'm not anything like this. I don't have the mental capacity to be it because of my history. I'm going to speak about my history one day, but I'm not going to do it now. But my point here is, I don't have any of this. And I swear to you that you probably don't have a lot of people around you that has that experience, that has that education, that has that knowledge to do so either. I don't care if it's your best friend, if it's your mentor, if it's your favorite content creator, it's your favorite streamer, favorite TikToker. I don't care who. If it's a random person on the internet with some more authority than I do, or you do, none of these more than likely have any sort of experience or being in a position where they should try and say something about mental health. And I'm speaking about a whole spectrum of mental health. If it's depression, if it's suicidal tendencies, if it's everything from self-harm, it's eating disorders, anxiety, panic attacks. Yes, there are a lot of people who has experienced these things. I'm included. But, this is an important fucking but, everyone's experience within those fields are different. And even if someone has managed to overcome this, they might not have the right tools to lead you out. Because none of us are professionals. And even again, me with a little bit of this, don't have the full tools. I know how to. Let me say this: when I went my education to do what I do, when outside of life, right? I was specifically told to know what I'm not. You are trained to know that you are not a therapist. You might have gone through this, you might have recovered from some of it, but you are not a therapist. Don't try to be. Protect your own mental health first. Help others, yes. Try and comfort others, yes. But do not, and this is very important, do not try and do something that you're not trained for. And why am I saying this now? Why has this gotten such a big attention in my head recently? It's because I see it every day in communities. And some people are probably going to call me, because it happens so daily in different communities, right? So someone's probably going to feel hit by this. But let me say this. This is not towards you. It's not towards your friend. It's not towards the person that's helping you. It's not. It's just me telling you what you shouldn't believe or do. And it's not because I want to be a bad person and say you shouldn't help. You should always try and help. But you should help in the right way. And not just for the sake of the person you're trying to help, but for your own sake. Because if you're not able to help in the correct way, and it might go wrong somewhere down the line, you're gonna take a hit. And instead of, it's not right, you're not supposed to, because you don't have the tools, you don't have the experience, you don't have the education. Your heart might be in the right place, and it probably is. But you should know when to push someone in the direction of someone who can actually help in the right way, and not trying to hold them yourself. It's really important. Now, again, this is not an attack on people doing this, because as I said, that I know you guys are doing it for the right reason. You want to help someone. You want to, maybe you've experienced something similar, and you want to avoid making people go through the same that you did. That is usually the way of people who has gone through depression. They have been sad, they are sad, or whatever. They want to avoid people having that sadness. But with that being said, and it's understandable, and it's a good way of thinking, I guess, but it's not helping in the long run. And this, again, I feel like I'm coming off as a dick, and I'm coming off as someone who's say like, oh, don't help people because it's bad. No, that is not what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to, this was my way of trying to protect. Because I've been there. I've tried to help many people, and I got hit because of it. That's not the main and only reason I ever got hit, I'm gonna say that, but I'm not talking about a physical hit, yeah, but like, so that's what I'm trying to say. It's very discouraging for me, because I feel like there's so many people who wants to help, and they take it upon themselves to try and be the person to lead someone out of darkness, and instead they're themselves getting stuck in darkness themselves together with the person. Yeah, sure, you might be holding someone's hand, they're stuck, but you're still lost. And two lost people, well, that's probably not going to lead anywhere good anyway. And that's not good, when you could have probably pointed to, oh, that's a person with a lantern. Go over to them. Let them lead you to the darkness. And some people use the helping as a mechanism to cope with their own thing. And if you do that, well, then you have your own issues to actually resolve. And you should get professional help as well. Now, what do I mean with professional help? Well, I'm talking about therapists. I'm talking about counseling. I'm talking about some sort of therapy. I'm talking about medical experience or stuff like that. And now you say, oh, maybe, but I don't have the ability to. I don't have the means to. I don't believe. They don't know me. They don't believe me. They don't whatever. Let me tell you this: a majority of people who goes into to help and care for people has gone through something similar themselves. It's a majority of people that's going in to help other people have gone through something similar, something in the spectrum of the same thing, because that's why they want to help. That's why they want to help. They want to help to avoid that someone gets into position that they did. Maybe they've lost someone, a loved one. They want to avoid someone losing someone. But these people that have gone so far, gone through the education, gone through the steps to get to the position to be able to help, they have dealt, they have recovered. They are able to put aside their work, their way of helping when they get home. Because you, as a person who is working within that field, need to be able to understand that when I go home, when the day is over, I need to not take my work home. Now, if you're a streamer, you work from home. Like, if you're a full-time streamer, obviously you work from home, and you shouldn't be a therapist at home. If you're a part-time streamer, if you're a hobby streamer, more like me, I work my job, my day job over there, right? And when I get home, this is where I'm supposed to relax. This is where I'm supposed to try and recover from the day and everything like that. I should not try and take that battle for someone else, because I'm probably tired. I'm probably not always feeling the best myself. I can tell you that straight fact. Ignore everything you see in recorded stuff or videos or whatever. I'm not always feeling the greatest either. I shouldn't take that battle. And a majority of people who also are streaming should not take that battle either. Yeah, you might feel good, as I did back in the day. I haven't streamed on phone in 1 year, but in the beginning, I felt good for trying to help people and all that, and I still do. But I also know when I need to stop, because it's completely and entirely important to think about yourself and your own health, your own mental capability, because if not, you are going to get in a lot of trouble with yourself sooner or later. It's just the way it is. You shouldn't try and do that on a streaming platform. You shouldn't try and do that as someone as a sort of authority on any type of server. If it's I remember this happening back in my Minecraft days when I was playing Minecraft. I was being a mod on Minecraft. People coming to me, people coming to my friends, talking about this, trying to get help from that. Back in that day, I tried to help, didn't work out. Very few times did it work out like favorably. It usually just ended in crap. And that's the same thing I'm trying to say here. Like, I want people to understand that you should not even open up the option of people being able to feel like they can come to you with their personal and darkest issues. And this is obviously, it sounds kind of harsh, doesn't it? But they shouldn't come to you because you are you. In the sense that they shouldn't come to you because you are an influencer. They shouldn't come to you because you are a mod. They shouldn't come to you because you seemed compassionate in a video once or in a stream once. And it's not that they shouldn't be able to share. It's not that their community shouldn't be able to care for you. We do. We do care for you. We want the best for you. But we want the best for you in a way that can actually be sustained. It's sustainable. Long term. Not that you're feeling good for the day and to the next day when, like, let's say everyone in that community is busy. We're doing something else, like dealing with life or ourselves, and then suddenly we're not there for you. And it's not because we don't love you, because we do. It's just that we have our own lives to deal with and our issues to deal with. We cannot always be there. Always. You need a real life connection to something good. Something that can help you. Now, mind you, it's me saying that I'm not dumb, I'm not ignorant. There are some countries, there are some places where you cannot or have a harder time getting mental help. If it's the pricing, if it's the stigma of these things, going to therapists. Some therapists cost fucking crazy amount of money to go to. And I understand that if you're younger, I understand. You're going to have a hard time. And in that case, I'd say this. Try and find an avenue of help anyway. There are places you can call. There are places you can chat now online that will help you. There are 24/7 helplines or whatever. There are these things you can do as well. They might not feel as good, but if you get a connection there, you're good. You're a hell of a long step of the way than a lot of other people are. And again, I feel like I'm accusing people here. I'm really not. I want this to be made clear. It's not that we don't care about you. It's not that you shouldn't care about people. It's not that I suddenly want everyone to stop helping people, stop caring for people. And I'm not telling you to not be able to rant to your friends. I'm not online or whatever. I'm not saying any of these things. What I'm saying is that you need to understand that you are not in a position to help long term. And I'm not talking about your friend being sad. I'm not talking about you feeling sad. I'm talking about you being depressed. I'm talking about you being suicidal, having an eating disorder. These things that are actual, really, really serious issues that can be put at some that one can put a diagnosis on. I think that's how he said. Those things that need medical attention, professional attention. Obviously, if your friend is sad for they're broken up with their partner, yeah, sure, you should comfort them. If your friend is sad because they lost someone, yeah, sure, you should comfort them. But never should you try and be someone's wall or someone's support beam. Because if, I usually say this, what if you fall as well? And there are two support beams lying on the ground instead of one. And you cannot help each other. But you're gonna keep each other down because you still feel like you feel like you're keeping yourself together, but you're more than likely not. So I got a saying from someone who took care of me once. It's basically, before you try and save others, you should save yourself. It's similar to, before you love others, you should love yourself. And it would describe to me so great. Probably people have already seen this. You can meme out of me, cringe me out of this, but it's very simple. On an airplane, when the gas mask come down, if it gets a loss of air and stuff like that, even if you have a little baby next to you, you should put on that mask on yourself first, not the baby. And it's not anything, it's most that's what they tell you. Because if you're able to help yourself first, then you can help the baby. A lot more effective. We don't want to lose anyone. We love everyone the same when it comes around in these communities. I'm pretty sure any streamer would agree. Any person in these communities will agree. We love you. We're in here, whatever community you're a part of, and we don't want to see you go. We don't want to see you sad. We want to see you strong. We want to see you be with us for a long time and all that. That's what we want. That's what I want. And when I'm watching a lot of people taking a mental hit because they are trying to be something that they really are not, even when their heart is in the best place, that really, really feels... It feels bad. Because I feel like I could probably speak to them and say, dude, why? Here's the way you can avoid this. But then it's me taking a role I shouldn't have as well. And I even have a little education to actually back myself up, but I shouldn't do that. Because I don't technically know a lot of people. You don't know their information. You don't know their backstory. You don't know what you could get yourself into. You're a good person for trying to help. You really fucking are. More power to you to helping. But know how to help in the right way that can be long sustained. Know how to help something that can make sure that you don't have to put yourself in harm's way. That is the right way of helping, in my opinion. And don't put yourself in a situation where you have where there's even a possibility that you might get hurt. It's not worth it in the long run. It really isn't. Trust me on that. At some point I'm going to make a video to tell you why I can speak about these things. Why I feel like I can speak about this thing fairly surely without actually coming off that I know this because of this or this reason. It's just the way it is. I'm going to speak about this one day when I feel ready. I'm not now. But yeah, that's all I want to say. To end this off, really, I'm just going to end this the way. You got to love yourself before you can love others. You got to help yourself before you can help others. Otherwise, there's just a risk that instead of one person falling, there might be two people falling. And that's a loss. You need to keep yourself strong before you can keep your friends strong. And know that sometimes you cannot keep others strong. You got to get help to keep others strong. There's no shame in that. No shame at all. Being strong. Fuck being strong. Being strong together, and that truly where it's at. Being able to help the right way, being to help in a way that you know that they're going to be good long in the future. That's the right way to help, in my opinion. So yeah, thank you for listening, guys. Yeah, I need to speak about this. It got a lot longer than I thought it was going to do. Again, thank you so much for listening. I'll see you guys later.